Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of sports here on your Sports Leader Oregon Sports Beat. Tonight, from Strasser Field at East Elda Park, it's the second semifinal of the Oregon Open, the Men's Oregon Open Cup, and this will feature IPS, that's International Portland Select, and their opponent will be OFC, and that's the Oregon Football Club from McMinnville. This is the second semifinal. The winner of this game will play the winner of the first semifinal that Jack and I did on Wednesday night, and that was St. John's beating, lost my thought here for a second, Rolling Rock 3-1. So the winner of this game will play St. John's. Now there's going to be two possible dates and times for that game, and I'll update you as we go along a little bit, but we're at Strasser Field. To our left in the red uniforms, that is IPS. To our right here in the white with the gold numbers, that is OFC. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me, my partner Jack McArthur. And Jack, the number 1 seed, IPS, against the number 4 seed, OFC.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting game. Obviously, two very talented teams. I've commentated for IPS before. Oregon FC, it's a newer team. You know, I was told it's their 3rd year, so definitely a newer team to look out for, and this is going to be an exciting game, Dave.
All right, just about ready to get this underway. Again, we're at Strasser Field at East Elda Park. The OFC team was founded in 2015 in McMinnville.
So 7 years old, wow, yeah.
And I believe 2 years ago, they played IPS in the quarterfinals of this tournament and lost. So maybe a chance tonight to avenge that. White jerseys, black shorts, gold lettering for IPS. They're in red uniforms, white shorts. They have black lettering in goal for IPS. It is Andre Acevedo. In goal for OFC, it will be Jose Landeros. Head coach for IPS, that is Harvey Hurst. Head coach for OFC, that is Leonardo Chacon. Great weather, it's clear. We're going to get this underway. 2 45-minute halves. If the game ends in a tie, we'll go directly to PKs. The substitution rules are each team is allowed 7 substitutes and there's no re-entry.
And IPS playing with 12 players, I believe, so they're definitely shorthanded in comparison to OFC for sure.
Neither team has a lot, although I look down there at OFC and it looks like they have maybe 4 or 5 substitutes. Here we go, we're underway. The ball to IPS. Thank you for joining us here on Oregon Sports Beat. We did semifinal action for you on Wednesday night with that big win for St. John's over Rolling Rock, 3-1. St. John's scored 3 goals all in the first half and got 2 of them about 45 seconds apart. In the middle, IPS with the ball, the shot, and we've scored just that early.
Wow, quick goal there. Nice through ball. Obviously, the defense got caught sleeping, and that's a great finish.
All right, get the number for us, Jack. I see he's coming upfield, and as soon as he turns around, we'll give you the number.
Yeah, we don't have the positions on the sheets, but definitely, obviously, he's a striker. We're about to find out his number, or who it is soon.
Right.
Once he turns around, yeah.
It was a one-on-one. IPS just powered their way to the ball and tipped the goal in number 9.
Yeah, that is number 9, Ethan Elliott, with the first goal of the game. Gives IPS an early lead.
IPS takes the lead 1-0 on a goal by number 9, Ethan Elliott.
In the 2nd minute, I'd say. 2nd minute of the game. What do you think, Dave?
Yep,
yeah.
I think so. I mean, it was our first play towards either one of the goals. OFC had a tough time clearing that ball away.
Yeah, it was a lackadaisical clearance. They really passed it back towards the defense. That's not what you want to do. You want to get it on the outside.
IPS has a long history of playing in tournaments in the Portland area, has been very successful. Another ball in the middle. Quickly, they raced towards the middle. IPS had a player out there, but couldn't get it far enough ahead. That goes out. It's going to be a throw-in coming up. I'm Dave Hall along with Jack McArthur. Just underway. First half action. Winner goes to the finals of the Men's Oregon Open Cup.
Yeah, right now it seems like IPS is definitely keeping the pressure up a ton. They're pushing up a lot, and it seems like OFC is the team that's scrambling, obviously, after going down 1-0 early.
Penalty, free kick coming up. Free kick, IPS. They'll send it back to the goalie. In goal again for IPS, that is Andres Acevedo. The first goal of the game went to IPS and went to Ethan Elliott. OFC, and that kick just too far in front of the player coming down on the right wing and goes out.
Yeah, that was number 5, I believe. Yeah, that was just, he didn't get enough power behind that one, really. He didn't place it well. It was just on the ground. It was not a good shot.
I'll recap for you this for you later. If IPS wins this game, the championship match of the Men's Oregon Open Cup will be Friday night. If OFC wins this game, the finals will be on Sunday afternoon. And a sliding save out there. Acevedo, the goalie. With the ball coming forward for IPS. That was number 7, and that's Ayub Ahmed.
Right now, IPS is doing a good job of controlling the, their possession. They're really just controlling the tempo right now by passing it around.
There's a shot on goal. One hopper, fielded easily. Big kick. Out to midfield, OFC. And that's going to go out. That'll be a throw-in coming up.
Looks like IPS wanted a free kick, but referee's going to say nope, it's a throw-in instead.
Right. The free kick, if it was a free kick, it happened right in front of the out-of-bounds line.
And that time it was a shove, and it's going to be IPS for a free kick this time for IPS.
Down the right side. Elliott down there on the right side, but headed out of bounds to be a throw-in for IPS. Ball wide left, goes back. Goal kick coming up. A low driving kick out to midfield, and there's a foul. Free kick coming up for OFC. OFC with the ball. They trail 1-0. A goal in the first minute of the game by Ethan Elliott of IPS.
That one went out of bounds, actually, yeah.
Throw in, IPS. around the outside for OFC. And that goes out. Throw-in coming up for OFC. OFC sends it back. Now they send it down the right side. And Jack, they really haven't mounted much of an attack yet. They don't have a shot on goal.
Now they're trying to do something here, but you know, being cornered by multiple IPS players, it's hard to succeed.
In front, that's Ayub Ahmed. OFC, and that's going to go too far and go out.
Yeah, definitely a good idea to try to get the through ball on the left side there into the open space, but it was just too hard of a pass. Went out of bounds.
Still with the ball, OFC off to the right side of the net, send it out. OFC tried to set it up on the left side there and cleared out by IPS.
Interesting, yeah. Goal kick, actually. I thought that it was going to be a corner at first, but it was actually deflected off of OFC last, so that could have been dangerous there because I thought that IPS was about to give up a corner, but it's a goal kick instead.
Goal kick for IPS. Andres Acevedo, the goalie, out to midfield. And IPS controls.
It looks like a player's down for OFC as well.
There is a player down. He hasn't got up yet. I noticed he's holding his ankle, his knee.
Yeah, his knee, it looks like. No call on that last play, but
okay.
Referee's trying to make
he's
sure
up.
He's all right.
He's limping just a little bit. Looks like he's going to stay there.
Right now they're trying to get the ball.
Throw in. IPS. All right, that'll be a throw-in coming up for OFC. 1-0, our score, IPS leads.
Interesting call there. They actually called it offsides, but I thought it went out of bounds because he didn't touch it, even though he was in an offside position. But they're going to call it they called it a free kick.
All right.
Oh, that's clear foul there.
Foul. Free kick coming up for OFC, just across midfield. There's a long kick in front, and just off to the left side. That kick was almost on frame. Throw in IPS. Another long kick in front. IPS with the ball. Across midfield. Maxwell Elliott over here on the right side for IPS. He wanted the ball, had his hands up yelling, didn't get it. Now the play down. IPS with the ball in front. Oh, headed away. Nice job defensively by OFC.
They haven't been able to clear it very well, though. That's their biggest weakness in this game so far. Clears it right to the opposition there.
Maxwell Elliott sends it forward. There's a ball wide to the right. Goal kick coming up.
Yeah, as you can see, Landeros is not happy because the defense was caught sleeping once again. He didn't want to have another one-on-one, situation again, because obviously the defense broke apart in that first couple minutes and fell apart and gave up a quick goal. But OFC has to do better defensively.
IPS with the ball and the lead, 1-0. That goal in the first minute by Ethan Elliott. Another ball in front. Elliott chipped that ball and went up over the top of the net.
Yeah, way over the net. Well, that looks like a foul. Yeah, clear extension of the arm, no call.
There's a ball forward down the right side, and that's going to go out. Throw-in coming up for IPS.
He earned himself a corner there with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, tried to go for a little cross and instead just kicked it off the opponent's feet.
Kicked it off the defender, went out, and a corner kick coming up. First corner kick of the game, and it's for IPS. They lead 1-0. They set up. They're low ball, low and short. Now the chip up in front. Whistle. Harvey Hurst, the coach for IPS. He's just to our left and shouting out signals. IPS. And that ball played back. They'll send that back to Severo, the goalie.
Dangerous spot here.
Really dangerous spot. He sends it out over midfield. A long kick down the left side. Stays in, now goes out. Throw in coming up for OFC. Again, they trail 1-0. Ethan Elliott with the goal for IPS in the first minute. Since then, we've kind of been back and forth, although maybe IPS has had the ball a little bit more. IPS move forward. There's a shot. Oh, hard shot, but just barely wide right.
Yeah, shot from deep there. Not afraid to rip it. That's a nice shot, but almost caught the. If that would have been a target, definitely almost, would have caught the keeper sleeping. But that was wide right, and he was ready for it.
I'm surprised how much he got on that ball. That was a rocket. All right, we've got a substitution checking into the game for OFC. It's number 12, and that is Pablo Salinas. He came in, I believe.
OFC, number 12, Pablo Salinas.
Coming in for number 3, Christian Andrade.
Christian Andrade. Remember, there's no return, so.
IPS almost just got their second goal there. It was wide right.
Just barely wide right. That's going to go out. Throw in coming up. Throw in for IPS. On the throw in, it will be Maxwell Elliott. I'm sorry. He passed it off. The throw in's in, though. Foul, free kick coming up. I think Maxwell Elliott's going to take the kick. He is. That ball off towards the right or left post, headed away. Good job defensively that time by OFC. Still with the ball though, IPS. Jack, they do a good job of getting rebounds, of getting wide shots. They've had the ball. The possession is higher for IPS, and they've had more shots.
Yeah, OFC has definitely, alleviated the pressure a little bit by clearing it, but they haven't got that second clearance. Sometimes they just kick it right back into the middle. They need to do a better job of really clearing the ball out. Because, right there in that possession, obviously, IPS had a second chance. Even though they didn't score, they still, OFC allowed them that second opportunity.
There's the ball in front. Still in play in front. IPS, the shot. Oh! And that was, I'm sorry, that was not Ethan Elliott. That was Eduardo Flores. Flores snuck over on the right post, made a shot, but it went right across the goal mouth.
Yeah, good effort from Flores. Just wasn't placed enough, just wide left.
Ball still in play. OFC towards the front, headed away.
So far, I've seen some stonewall defense from IPS. They're really not giving anything up, Dave.
That ball goes out. It's a via throw-in coming up for OFC, but Jack, you're right. There's just, the defense has been overwhelming for IPS in front of the net. Throw in, OFC. There's a ball that's going to curve left of the net. Quevedo throws it out. Jack, it seems like OFC is pressing forward a little bit more right now.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that. I think that overall IPS has been keeping the pressure up a lot more. I haven't seen OFC attack that much in this game. But,
right.
But obviously, as I mentioned, it's because of IPS's great defense.
Right. Even when they do press forward, though, they're running into just like a wall in front of the goal. One to nothing again. IPS with the lead. Goalie was out of the net. They got a defender back there in front. There was a shot right in front, went over the top.
Wow, it was a pretty much 2-on-1 there, but there was no keeper, and he just skied it way over the bar. Big missed opportunity for IPS. If you're Oregon FC, you're very happy they're catching a big break right now.
Ayub Ahmed was right in front. The goalie was not in the goal. A couple of defenders were there. He chopped it over the top, though. There's another shot wide right.
Yeah, Oregon FC should be happy they're not down 2-0 right now after that play.
Well, there's the one goal, and there's been two shots. That one right there that was Ahmed chipped over the top of the net, and then there was that other hard shot from outside that went just wide right. So they've had three really good shots towards the goal, converted one of them, and that's where we stand with the lead, 1-0 IPS. I believe, Jack, we're approaching the 30-minute mark. We don't have a scoreboard or a clock, so we have to kind of estimate this. There's a long shot forward and headed away. The goalie came all the way out. Quevedo headed that away.
Yeah, it feels like we're about 26, 27, maybe 28 minutes in, but for the second half, I'll definitely keep time.
Forward.
The biggest problem with Oregon FC's defense right now is they're just too clumped together. There's been multiple times I've just seen them clumped together, and they don't really have a true position right now, especially in the midfield. You know, earlier, a few minutes ago, I was just noticing 3 Oregon FC shirts are just clumped together, and they weren't really spaced out well enough.
Offside. They were trying to get that ball forward, and it just went too far. And OFC with the ball. We're in the final third of the first half. There's a shot wide to the left. Another ball in front, can't get a shot away, falls down, now scooped up. OFC still in possession. Now they'll reverse to the other side of the field.
OFC has had their fair share of possessions. They just haven't been able to capitalize off of any of them.
Acevedo in goal for IPS, picks that up. He'll throw it out on the right side. OFC with the ball. They trail 1-0. Jack, we had a score in the first minute of this game, and now at the last 30, we haven't had anything.
Yeah.
A couple of good shots by IPS.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities for sure. I mean, to say the least, IPS has had countless chances. They just haven't been able to capitalize on them. If they were able to score on those, it would have been 3-0, but they just couldn't capitalize on either of those key possessions. One of them obviously wide left barely, another one skied over the bar from point blank range, pretty much 5 feet away from the net with no keeper.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. IPS has great height on defense, and they managed to head a bunch of those balls away. Right there's another one.
Yeah, I think that's why Oregon FC hasn't had many offensive opportunities. It's mostly because of their lack of height in the front field, if you will, because they don't really have a tall striker like Ethan Elliott.
Exactly.
I mean, if I was to guess, I would say Ethan Elliott's around 6'3", maybe.
Number of players that are well more than 6'4" IPS. Ball loose in front. Right in front, there's a kind of a little push on the ball. It went wide to the left.
Yeah, he waited too long to take the shot there, right in the box. You just got to rip it from there. You can't just cut it back and get the perfect shot when you have the opportunity to take it.
Right, I would have thought even a hard shot might have got it by the goalie that time, but didn't have anything on the shot. Down the left side.
I think the referee's going to give a free kick here, so it must have been a hold.
It is going to be a free kick for IPS.
Looks like number 5 that's going to take it. That's Gabriel Parrish.
Okay, I'm familiar with Parrish from somewhere, and I'm trying to remember where it is. There's the ball in front, headed away. Nice job defensively by OFC. They headed that ball up in the air and away from the net. Is this a corner kick? Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
second of the night for IPS.
Corner kick for IPS. Ayub Ahmed's going to take it, chips it. That's going to be long. Oh, right in front. A hard kick still in front. And there's a goal.
That's Parrish.
Parrish on the rebound, right in front.
Yeah, great rebound there and a good awareness from Gabriel Parrish. Obviously in the right spot at the right time, just had to get the rebound and placed it well right into the back of the net.
I'll ask our producer, Ryan Johnson. Ryan, where do we know Gabe Parrish from? Futsal. He's a futsal player. Okay, 2-0 now. IPS, goals by Elliott and Parrish. And Jack, you can say that goal is probably as much the lack of being able to clear it by OFC as it was directing into the net by Parrish.
Definitely. OFC got caught sleeping once again. Obviously, their defense hasn't been holding up well in this game, and Ethan Elliott has his height and his strength obviously gives him an immense advantage. He's had plenty of opportunities tonight along with IPS.
2-0 IPS. Winner of this game gets St. John's in the finals. All right, this is a free kick coming up for OFC. There's the ball towards the right post, but cleared away.
Quick follow, but no good.
Again, Jack, IPS has done a great job of just clearing everything away in the middle. And as you mentioned, they just seem to have bigger, taller players, and they control those headers right in front of the net.
Yeah, I would say height is one of the biggest factors, leading to why IPS has the advantage. Just because they can jump higher and get ahead on it first.
Unofficially, and this is unofficial, I got about 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. There's a shot, again headed away. IPS has some tall players on defense. That ball headed out towards the middle.
Yeah, that was a med. Tried to keep it in bounds there, but he let the ball get too far ahead of him.
The player I've been watching on defense for IPS is number 2, Jael Weddich Ogle. He's the tall player in the middle, and he's the one who's been just everywhere in front.
Along with number 15, Maxwell Elliott, he's been all over the place too, and he's gotten plenty of, height. He's had plenty of height on those clearances where he's headed it away.
Exactly. See how tall they are standing there in front of the net?
Yeah, now you can clearly see the size differential there.
Exactly. That ball in front.
Perfect ball.
Goalie way out of the net now and clears that away. They had Ethan Elliott out there, number 9. But the goalie came out, cleared that away. IPS with the lead, 2-0. Again, if they win this game, they get St. John's in the finals. And tentatively, we'll let you know that game would be Friday night. if OFC can come back and win this, then that finals would be Sunday afternoon.
OFC didn't like the late whistle there. They said, hey, why didn't you call that earlier, man? Because he could let the play go on for a little bit further after the foul occurred.
Right. So free kick coming up. IPS takes it. Maxwell Elliott. Wedich Ogla again heads that ball over midfield. Boy, he's got some height and he's very effective at directing those headers. On the left side, wow, that shot rolled across the goal mouth. Not very hard, but went right across the goal mouth.
Yeah, it looked like from the way that the ball rolled, I thought it was a cross, but it almost slipped into the back of the net, actually.
You know, when you look around, Jack, all the players on IPS are tall.
Yep.
The strikers are tall. IPS with the ball. They'll chip that one forward for Ayub Ahmed. Short. And that ball headed away. Two to nothing our score. Goals by Ethan Elliott and Gabe Parrish. That ball's going to go out. It does. Throw in coming up for IPS. Little chip on the side. Good job of stepping in between the play that time by OFC. And IPS will send the ball back. Now they move it back forward again. Maxwell Elliott on the right side. There's the ball. Crossing right in front. There's the shot, goes wide right.
Yeah, not enough power behind that one from Parrish, but he tried to go for a second.
Right. Great plan. Great position, just not hard enough on the shot. Saveda, the goalie, he'll let that back up a little bit and take it. Now he sends it off on the side. Let's see if IPS mounts another rush forward. Oh,
What a move.
nice move, still with the ball. And that shot's going to go in.
Assistant referee called
Offside.
offsides, yeah.
Ayub Ahmed with the shot.
And you can hear Ethan Elliott say which one. He was curious who was offsides there. He didn't think that him or Ahmed were off in that spot, but I think it was actually Ahmed that was off.
Both of them were down there in front. It was 2-on-1 on the goalie. Ahmed kept it and rolled it in, but the flag went up offside. Our first goal to come off the board tonight. Again, Ayub and let's see,
Elliott.
and Elliott forward. They work well together up front. Now Maxwell comes to the right side, right in front of us. In front, there's Ethan Elliott. Oh,
Tried to go for the chip.
tried to chip that one up over the goalie and hit it too far.
That time it looked like Flores there with the shot.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It was 8, not 9, and that's Flores. He was right in front of the goalie again. Boy, over the last 5 minutes, IPS has had some great positions and some great shots. Just haven't been able to put anything away. The one time they did by Ahmed, it was offside. 2-0, IPS leads. A goal before halftime would sure help OFC. We got a sub, it looks like, ready to check into the game.
Just heard the assistant referee say 2 minutes, so it seems like 2 more minutes left in this half, Dave.
Okay. The number on the substitute, I believe, is 13.
Yep, that's Emmanuel Arenas.
Yes, Emmanuel Arenas. He'll check in. Remember, no re-entry rule. They're trying to get the ball to Ayub Ahmed over on the left side. There's a foul. Free kick coming up for OFC. In the middle, another rush forward.
And referee calls half.
That is the half. That's the end of the first half. Our score here in semifinal action, the Men's Oregon Open Cup. In the second semifinal, our score at halftime is IPS 2, Oregon FC nothing. The 2 goals, one coming in the first minute of the game by Ethan Elliott, number 9, and the other coming late in the game, first half, by number 5, Gabe Parrish. Jack, your thoughts?
Well, obviously an interesting first half to say the least, but overall I just think that IPS looking like the more dominant team with their great defense, and then on top of that, obviously a lot more offensive opportunities. Potentially IPS should be up 3 or 4-0, but they're only up 2-0 because some of those shots were wide left. But OFC, they're going to have to get it together defensively if they want a chance in the second half.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. We are at Strasser Field at East Delta Park in the second semifinal of the Men's Oregon Open Cup, and our score at halftime, it is IPS 2, OFC nothing. We'll be back. Welcome back. Halftime here at Strasser Field at East Delta Park, semifinal number 2 in the Men's Oregon Open Cup. We're about ready to get second half action started. Our score here, it is IPS 2, Oregon FC nothing. IPS, they'll be in the red with the black lettering. They will move from our right to our left. In goal for IPS is Andres Acevedo. OFC, they're in the white jerseys, black pants, gold lettering. They will move from our left to our right, and in goal for them is Jose Landeros.
Yeah, and a couple of changes just to mention real quick. 2 players for Oregon FC that are coming in are Braulio Marin along with Emmanuel Arenas. So number 13, Emmanuel Arenas, and 10, Braulio Marin.
All right, those are substitutes. Again, this is a no re-entry, so let's see what OFC talked about at halftime and how they can get organized offensively. Maybe slow down the speed. They have to say this for IPS. They have the size, they have the speed. Two goals. They had one goal taken off the board, one by Ayub Ahmed, well, on an offside. Had 3 other really good shots right in front. 2 of them tried to chip it over the goalie and got it long. Another blast from about 30 yards out was just wide right.
Yeah, Oregon FC should be glad that this 2-0 deficit isn't larger, because it very well could have been 4 or 5-0.
Forward, maybe the best chance so far, right in front. And
wow. Big opportunity.
Wow.
Unable to capitalize.
Had the ball down the middle, had a winger off to the left, passed the ball. Did he actually call a foul there?
No, I think that he's stopping play because it looks like an IPS player is injured or slow to get up. That's why.
Right. I didn't think it was a foul. It was a foul on IPS. I thought it was a foul on OFC.
No, it was clean. It looks like number 15 for IPS. That is Maxwell Elliott. Just ripped the ball away with a step over with his foot and got it clean.
$17 for IPS in the game. That's Issa Hassan. Great footwork that time. That's Ayub Ahmed.
Looks like it hit his chest. I would
Right.
say no handball, but OFC wanted one.
Right, they were yelling handball, and I thought it hit him in the chest.
Yeah. Lackadaisical pass.
IPS in red with the ball. They have the lead, 2-0. Semifinal action in the Men's Oregon Open Cup. Winner gets St. John's in the final. St. John's with a 3-1 win over Rolling Rock.
Yeah, Ethan Elliott does not like that offside call.
Elliott with the first goal of the game. In fact, scored that goal in the first minute of the game. Braulio Marin, number 10. OFC trying to get forward. Free kick, IPS.
Plenty of space here for IPS.
No call. Hits the deck pretty hard. That was Ahmed who went down here. No call. IPS with the ball. That goes out. Throw-in coming up for OFC. Still with the ball, a shot on goal, blocked. The rebound goes wide to the left.
Yeah, very lackadaisical clearance there from OFC. Obviously, cleared it backwards into the opposition, and big opportunity there, obviously, but unable to capitalize. But a corner kick coming up here for OFC.
Ball still loose in front.
Another corner here coming up for OFC.
OFC will have another corner. By the way, in the first half, I was trying to remember about Gabe Parrish, where I knew him from. I knew him from futsal, but I knew him from Central Catholic, who I've done a lot of games for. There's the corner kick, chipped in front, headed away.
Yeah, that almost went in, actually.
It almost did.
Yeah, it was Landeros, the keeper there, got a hand on it and had to punch it out. So back-to-back corners.
That wasn't Landeros, by the way. That was Cervedo, the goalie for IPS.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my bad.
Ahmed. OFC doing a better job of keeping the ball in their offensive end. Ayub Ahmed with the ball. Had his hands up under the ball. They saw him and got it to him. Still with the ball. There's a ball in front. Oh. A player got his foot on it, skied it about 50 feet up in the air.
IPS looking to make a sub here.
Number 11, and that is Carter Keys. I'm familiar with him too, Jack, and he's the guy with all the speed.
Entering the game for IPS, number 11, Carter Keys.
Keys checks in for IPS. They lead 2-0. Corner kick in the middle. It's going to be high. The goalie goes up and gets that one. That was Jose Landeros who went up and got that. In front, OFC still with the ball. Now taking off the ball. That ball forward. Ahmed goes down.
Looks like actually 17. Issa Hassan's that was on the ground.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Ahmed now with the ball. Number 7. Hassan is 17. We're about 10 minutes into the second half. 2-0 our lead for IPS over OFC. In case you missed our announcement in the first half, if IPS wins this game, the championship of the Men's Oregon Open Cup will be Friday night. OFC wins this game, the championship will be Sunday afternoon. Those are just to accommodate scheduling problems for each team. Off on the side in front. Let's see if OFC can get a shot away. Crossing pass too hard, goes all the way across. That goes out. Throw in coming up for IPS.
I thought it was more of a shot, but regardless, whatever it was just wide left. I mean, it was just thought it was trying. I thought he was trying to go on the frame, but it was wide left.
Right. It might have been. It might have been a shot on frame. High ball out towards midfield. That ball's going to go out. It'll be a throw in for IPS. Headed down to the throw then. That's Dennis Chihek.
Lots of communication going on between Oregon FC and their head coach and just the players within the team. Obviously trying their best to make a comeback here, trailing by 2 with still about 33 minutes or so left in the second half.
Big high pass. IPS with the ball. OFC wanted a penalty in the box that time, didn't get it. Number 9 for OFC, and that is Juan Silva. Went down that time pretty hard, was holding his wrist.
Looked like a foul. It was a clear foul shove, but no call from the ref. As he's looking at his left wrist.
Right, he got shoved down in the corner that time. Still looking at his wrist. Goal kick almost out to midfield by OFC. There's a ball forward. Goalie's going to kick that high across midfield. That's going to go out. Throw in coming up for OFC. They'll reverse the field over to the left side.
Plenty of space on that left side, too.
OFC in front.
It's going to be a corner.
Going to be a corner kick. There aren't any, are there?
For Oregon FC?
Oh, I thought you meant for OFC. Oh.
I would say IPS has about 6 shots on target. Oregon FC about 1 or 2.
There's a ball towards the middle, right in front, headed. Did that go over the frame, Jack?
No, the keeper grabbed it.
Ah, okay.
It was not a hard enough header. It was placed very well, but it not enough power behind that header. So easy grab there from the keep. Andres Quevedo.
There's foul. Free kick coming up for IPS. IPS with the free kick and the lead, 2-0. There's a kick low in front and then kicked over the top. Goal kick coming up. Jack, I think we're about 20 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, I actually timed it this time. We're 18 minutes and 42 seconds
Okay.
into the second half, so about 19 minutes now.
Quickly forward. OFC.
Oh, wow, and referee's going to give him the penalty.
That's going to be a penalty. It's in the box, right?
Yeah, it is clear and obvious, and he gives him a yellow card as well, which is well-deserved. He threw him down in the box. You can't do that. Obviously, it's a lot worse when it's in the box, so it was well-deserved.
Right. Going to be a penalty kick and a yellow card.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot more costly when you foul someone in the box, especially when you throw them on the ground like that. So IPS here might be giving up a costly one if Oregon FC can score the penalty and
in goal for
get the
IPS. It's Andres Acevedo. We're going to see, you get the number on the shooter here. Is that
13.
It's
10?
I thought it was 10. It's Braulio Martin.
Okay. Braulio Martin here about to take it.
Braulio Martin. He'll take the penalty kick. Andres Acevedo's in goal. There's the whistle. Forward, there's the shot, and in the net. And you're right, Jack. Costly goal given up.
Oh, another yellow about to be shown here.
Score for OFC.
I think, I thought referee was going to show a yellow, but we're about to find out what's going on here. And it looks like he's showing a yellow to the keeper there, Dave, and that would be
Acevedo.
Andres Acevedo. Yeah, what happened actually was after Marin scored the goal, I think he tried to grab the ball and run just to make sure the game could go on quickly. and I think Acevedo was trying to stop him. So referee was saying, you can't stop him. He's just trying to grab the ball, and that's not okay. So he gave him the yellow card.
All right, it is a costly goal
Yeah.
because it cuts that lead from 2-0, cuts it to 2-1, and now another goal gets OFC back to even square in this.
Yeah, and the mark on that goal was the 20th minute mark in the second half, so 65th minute in the game. Another big chance here.
There's another shot just wide right. All of a sudden, some offensive action out of OFC.
I'm noticing the momentum to shift. I'm noticing the momentum is shifting towards Oregon FC as they've had plenty of opportunities in the second half, Dave. And in the first half, we saw them take 1 or 2 shots.
Hassan with the goal. I mean, sorry, with the ball. Not a goal there. There's the ball. Acevedo waits on it, fields it right in front of an OFC player.
Yeah, this is anybody's game now, Dave. 1-goal game.
Carter Keys with the ball for
Clear foul.
IPS and a foul. He hits the deck.
Gonna be a warning. I don't think he's gonna show him a card yet, but he's definitely giving him a big warning. Well, Dave, you weren't joking when it comes to, you know, when you were talking about the speed from Carter Keys, as he is a speedster. That was quite the run there, got shoved down, and now a big chance for IPS to lengthen their lead.
In high school, when I did his games, he was just so fast, faster than everybody. Keys, there's a header. It was wide to the left, and the keeper gets that. Landeros, the keeper, sends it out to midfield. Here comes IPS right back. They give up that goal, but they still have the lead at 2-1. That's out. Going to throw in coming up for OFC.
Well, we've passed the halfway point in the second half, 23 minutes into the second half, so about 21 and a half minutes to go.
There's the throw in. There's a foul. It'll be a free kick coming up for OFC.
Seems like things are getting a little chippier by the minute.
Right, we've had a lot of fouls here in the last 5 minutes.
That's for sure.
OFC having a much better goal run at getting things forward.
Definitely, they've had plenty of chances in that in this second half so far, including a goal.
Ball on the right side, IPS. IPS still with the ball. Now taken away. Here comes OFC forward again.
He's on.
In front, goalie slid out and got that. then came back and got his hands on it. He was out to the left side. OFC opting for some long passes forward. Seems, Jack, like they just want to get the ball down in the offensive end.
They've just been, you know, lobbing it into that front half of the field there, just trying to get as many chances as they can, Dave. Plenty of crosses from OFC and chances in the second half for sure.
IPS in the right side, puts it in front. There's a shot. Goalie fell on that, I believe.
I think it was actually blocked by a defender. That's why he's still on the ground. He slid and the ball hit him right in the side. But the IPS players wanted a handball, but nothing was called.
Right. They were right in front, had a point-blank shot. Offside.
Another substitution coming in here.
Let's see who that is. That's number
20.
Number 20 for
Jose
OFC,
yeah.
and that is, so let's see, Jose Gaitan Ramirez.
Yep.
And headed out, number 4.
Number 20. Number 20.
And he comes in for Marcos Garibay.
For OFC, number 20, Jose Gatan Ramirez.
Again in front.
Oh, that's a PK right there.
That has to be a penalty
Yeah,
kick.
just
A
pulled
foul
him down
in the box.
and a yellow card, it looks like.
Right. This will be our second time that that's happened. We had down at this end, we had it happen for the OFC goal. Now we've got pulled down just right off the side of the right side of the net. It's a penalty kick, be for IPS.
Third yellow card of the night, and you know, as you mentioned, Dave, first penalty obviously clear and obvious foul, and then a card. This one clear and obvious, and another card. So
It looks to me like Ayub Ahmed is going to take the shot, number 7. Can you see, Jack? Is that right?
I think it. Yeah, I think so. I think it is going to be. Actually, no. I think it's going to
No,
be
it's gonna
Elliott.
It's Elliott, and he puts it in. 3-1. The goal is good. That's Ethan Elliott.
And the minute on that is the 28th minute in the second half, but I'm trying to figure it out. That is the 73rd minute.
All right, 3-1 is our score. IPS leads.
Yeah, Elliott's second goal tonight.
By the way, the final score in our first semifinal game was St. John's 3, Rolling Rock 1. We're at 3-1 right now in this game.
Yeah, it's a really costly foul there in the box. Obviously, you don't want to give up a PK if you're OFC already trailing by 1. Now, worst case scenario for them has became a reality, down 2 now with time ticking.
You know, the last 2 goals have kind of been mirror of each other, and each resulted in a yellow card.
Yep.
Here's a speed match. Oh. I thought IPS was going to win that and it would be one-on-one with the goalie. But OFC got back.
Substitution coming in here for IPS. Felix
Checking into the game.
Songolo.
Checking in for IPS, number 24, Felix Sangolo.
Some fresh legs there for IPS Sangolo checking into the game.
Yeah, Felix Sangolo, number 24, checks into the game. Sangolo down the left side. Another tall player.
He's onside too.
In front, there's the ball chipped and into the net, a goal. IPS scores.
Yeah, that's your guy Carter Keys right there with the goal.
Told you Keys was fast. He got ahead of everybody. Carter Keys with the goal.
Goal, IPS. Carter Keys.
Well, great finish there. He used his speed, Dave, to get away from the defense, and he finished it well.
4-1.
Yeah, in the past 5 or 6 minutes, IPS have really broke things open here as they're up 4-1 now.
Now, after cutting the lead to 2-1, now they're down 4-1. OFC has got to get some more offensive action going.
.32-minute mark in the second half just hit, so 13 minutes or so left in this game, Dave.
Hassan after the ball. This is Sangola with the ball. He moved from the left side to the right side. Free kick.
Yeah, that went out of bounds.
All right, throw-in coming up. There'll be a throw-in coming up for IPS.
Yeah, Oregon FC has been caught lacking again defensively. Just gave up 2 really costly goals, and now they're trailing by 3 with time running out. Less than 20 minutes left in this game.
2 goals for Ethan Elliott, a goal for Gabe Parrish, and a goal for Carter Keys. That ball cleared out. So throw-in coming up for OFC. Sangola with the ball, sends it forward. Ball still loose. Sangola with it, sends it forward, leaves it back. That was a pass trying to get it forward. Broken up.
IPS has plenty of players that have tons of speed.
IPS set to make a substitution. Fabian Reyna will be checking in. Ball back to the goalie. OFC with the ball. 1-on-3 though. And
Yeah.
taken away.
Yeah, not much help there for OFC. They don't have many players up.
IPS turns it around. They come forward. 4-1 our score. IPS leads. Over on the side to Hassan. In the middle, Keys. And the ball taken away. In front, oh, shot on goal, saved.
Right now, the way that Oregon FC is playing defensively, I just think that they're out of breath. They're really just not keeping up with IPS at all.
Jose Landeros with a nice save that time. Throw in coming up here for IPS. Coach Hurst talking to one of the defenders. In fact, he's out there talking with Jael Wedich Ogle, the player I was talking about, the defender who played so well in the first half. And he's back in front of the goalie. He'll stay back there.
It's like a player is getting carried off the field, must have a leg cramp or something. He was on the ground for a while, and hopefully he's all right.
Oh, I didn't see that because I was looking down here watching Coach Hurst. Let's see, and the player who came off the field, that was
Number
Fabian
18,
Reyna.
Fabian Reyna, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's going on.
Reyna's going on. I think that the player coming off was number 11, Carter Keys.
Oh, let's see if I see him. I don't see him.
Yeah, I think it was Carter Keys that was coming off. Has to be because 18 took a spot on the top left wing and the attacking mid left wing central position really.
We have a OFC player who's down. That's actually, I think he's tying his shoe. That ball goes out, throw-in coming up for OFC. 4-1 our score, IPS leads. The second semifinal. Winner gets St. John's FC.
OFC is going to have some more alertness if they want to get back into this game, Dave. Right now, they're really just being outplayed.
They need to be aggressive now and find some offense. Down 3 goals. I don't know about you, but I think there's about 5 or 6 minutes left.
5.5 minutes remaining, exactly.
Oh, okay. Play at midfield. OFC trying to advance the ball. Now they move forward. That's Braulio Marin. Taken away. The defense tonight for IPS has been outstanding.
Assistant referee, yeah, it has been. I agree. Assistant referee just called a foul on that play.
OFC with the ball in front of their own goal.
Players in the ground. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like an OFC player.
It is. Did we confirm what the injury was to Carter Keys?
I think it was I think it was suspected to be a hamstring.
Okay, that's okay, Ryan. Well, our producer headed down there. We'll see. Maybe he'll have an update for us.
Investigator Ryan getting all the facts straight, man.
Right. The injury was to Carter Keys, and he has a goal tonight. Four to one our score, 2 goals in each half for IPS. A goal here in the second half for OFC, and that's where we stand, 4 to 1.
I'm sure there is a very big possibility that there could potentially be a couple minutes of extra time. We saw that in the past game, Dave. But obviously, with injuries like this, time stops completely and the play stops. I mean, so really, we'll see what happens. But we're nearing that 90th minute mark.
All right, Carter Keys, that was a hamstring. We don't know the extent of the injury. They came down and got some ice from us. So, again, Carter Keys, number 11, had a goal tonight. Ball right in front. Sangola comes out and gets it. IPS still with the ball. Now OFC takes it away.
Another lazy pass there.
Exactly. Allowed IPS to get the ball.
And it's because the player's down. That's why play stopped.
Oh, the player is down. It's out of midfield. I didn't see it because I was watching the net, but there is a OFC player down at midfield. He just sat up. Can you see the number?
No, not right now.
All right. They have white jerseys on with gold lettering. It's
I want to say it's actually 13. Emmanuel Arenas.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 13.
Yeah, I think it is 13.
That would be
Could
Emmanuel
Could be
Arenas.
wrong though.
He is up. And he's
Limping off.
limping off.
Hopefully he's okay.
As he gets closer, we'll confirm the number on that for you. 4 to 1 our score. IPS leads. He's going to pick up the pace a little bit, but he's still, it is 13, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's 13, and 13 is Emmanuel Arenas.
And it's the 89th minute mark, so 20 seconds left in this game according to my timer. But we'll see what the refs do. Not sure if they're going to have another minute or two of injury stoppage time. We'll see what they do. It's actually number 9. We were wrong.
Oh, we were wrong. It is. It's number 9, and that is actually
Juan Silva.
Juan Silva. He's actually holding his left knee right in front of us. IPS with the ball.
Yeah, right now we're 30 seconds over the 90-minute mark, so I think the referee's going to let him play for another minute or so and then call it.
OFC's got to get in the other end. They're down 3 goals, 4 to 1. IPS reverses the field. Now they're just making long passes. In fact, they'll keep working the ball backwards. Running off some time. Here comes IPS down the right side. That ball in front of the net, but cleared away. OFC maybe has 1 or 2 runs left. IPS with the ball. Now taken away by QFC. Have 1 offensive player and 4 defenders on him. They take the ball away.
Yeah, surprised the ref hasn't called full time yet. We'll see what he does, but we are 2.5 minutes over the 90-minute mark.
I haven't seen the referee take a look at his watch.
No, yeah, he probably just forgot to look at his watch because.
OFC number 2, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I don't even see a number 2 on there actually.
We don't have a number 2.
I don't see a.
OFC with the ball quickly on a last-minute rush, and the shoot, it's partially blocked, goes wide left.
Yeah, referee just forgot to look at his watch, it seems like, because it's a few minutes over the 90-minute
Well, we
mark.
did have a number of players who were down.
Yeah, so he's probably just trying to give a few minutes extra time. There it is.
There it is. That is the end of the game. Our final score here in semifinal action of the Men's Oregon Open Cup, our final score, IPS 4, Oregon FC 1. Let me recap the scoring for you. 2 goals in the first half for IPS, one by Ethan Elliott. In the first minute of the game, another by Gabe Parrish. In the second half, OFC cut the lead in half. Brolio Martin scored at the 20-minute mark of the second half to make it 2-1, but then 2 goals late for IPS, one by Ethan Elliott, his second of the game, and the second by Carter Keys, and that made our final score 4-1. So the winner of the second semifinal here in the Men's Oregon Open Cup is IPS. They will play St. John's FC, and it looks like that game will be Friday night. Friday or Sunday. The teams have to work that out. We need to check on the availability of all of that. But it'll be IPS 4-1 winners against St. John's 3-1 winners. Jack?
Well, I just thought it was a great game overall, Dave. Obviously, Oregon FC fell asleep defensively most of the game. They couldn't really contain the strikers and the offense from IPS. It was just too much. Ethan Elliott, great game for him, 2 goals. Very, great game, and I'm looking forward to the final. I think that overall this was a well-fought game, but IPS showed why they're the better team.
From what we saw Wednesday night with the first semifinal and this one, it looks like the 2 teams playing for the championship. And by the way, they're the 1 and 2 seeds.
Makes sense then,
It looks like they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got some people we want to thank. We want to thank the people here at Strasser Field, East Delta Park, for the hospitality. It's a great facility. If you've never been out here, come out here sometime and watch our crew tonight. Let's see, on the camera, it's Ali Arena. Our producer, Ryan Johnson, who also served as a stat guy for us and a
investigator.
Yeah, an investigator. My broadcast partner, Jack McArthur. And Jack, your final thoughts?
I just thought it was a great game overall. IPS, well played, obviously. Offensively and defensively, they're a very well-rounded team. So Oregon FC, they tried. They were within a goal for a while. They thought they were going to even things up, but obviously their defense was just not strong enough.
All right, thanks for joining us. Go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com, and we'll have information up about when the final will be. And like right now, it's looking like either Friday night or Sunday. A lot of that depends on the weather. A lot of it depends on the availability of the two teams. So we'll get that sorted out. We'll get that information up. You can look at it and then join Jack and I for the finals of the Men's Oregon Open Cup. I'm Dave Hall. Our final score tonight in semifinal action in the Men's Oregon Open Cup. It was IPS 4, OFC 1. Good night, everybody.